Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Let's look at uranium, do our daily technical analysis, and I'll let you know my financial opinion, let you guys know what I'm doing and if I'm doing anything. And again, this is not meant for advice. You guys are going to have to do your own due diligence. And let's get into the charts and let the charts do the talking. So here we go. This is uranium. Now I'm going to start with the uranium price. We hit that $40 mark. The $40 mark is right here at this kind of resistance line right here. I mean, we're right there. See it? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in another line here, which is basically breaking out of that resistance line as well. So we broke out, but we're pausing. Well, maybe we're pausing. We'll see if it blows right through this at this $40 mark. So the uranium price has been on a tear. It's done absolutely wonderful things. Let's see if it continues. We're right here at resistance now. Looking at URNM, this is the North Shore Global Uranium Mining ETF. I said before that we were slowing down. We're coming on up, and you can see wick at the top. The opening and closing price is basically the same here. And now we've got a little down day. Are we going to pull back here? It's potentially yes. We could pull back. And what I'm looking for is a potential pullback to this area in here, if we're going to. And maybe we don't make it that far. Maybe this is all we get. But we have slowed down. We have a small little down day here, and we could see it pull back some. Uranium, the physical uranium price has been pretty robust. So there's a dynamic going on here. The stocks are saying that they're tired from going up. They have had a massive move and they're trying to digest the moves. The physical uranium market, this guy, has been on a tear. If this continues higher, we'll see what this does, because these are a little bit tired. We kind of broke out and we're like, we need to rest a little bit before moving on up. But if that uranium price, if they keep the pedal to the metal, we'll see what the stocks, how they react. But I'm seeing it across the entire sector here that they're a little bit tired. And this one actually came back, and this might be the only thing we get, maybe not, but we kissed it today, this high again. We came back and kissed it and then came back up. It's a hammer pattern. And sometimes we might head back a little bit lower. Depends on the physical uranium price now. And I'm seeing this same pattern on all of them. We got the wick at the top, small opening and closing contracted price, another small opening, a contracted opening and close price. It means the buyers are equaling the sellers at this point. We may pull back here a little bit. We're seeing it across the entire sector. We're seeing this wicks at the top, opening and closing prices very close to each other. Now, just because I'm saying this does not mean it can't go higher. If the flood continues into the physical uranium price, the flood could continue into this stuff. But we are looking tired. That's why the opening and closing prices are the same, and we have wicks at the top here. So we could pause for a little bit. Canalaska just went down, some sellers here. That's what the momentum is on a black candlestick. You open up and then you end lower, and then you had the reversal day. There it is coming on down. It's a pretty big down day. I would wait for some buyers to come in. Look for a wick at the bottom, like a hammer pattern, a bullish piercing, bullish engulfing. I look for those types of patterns. And I'll let you guys know if I see them. This is a bearish engulfing pattern with a big wick at the top here. It could pull back some. I bet you we may pull back to this top here in this region right here. That's the potential there to pull back. Denison Mines, same thing. We're encountering the sellers up here. We hit sellers when we came here, hit sellers through here, and we're hitting sellers again through here. Global Atomic, bearish engulfing. Usually this means it wants to pull back some. How big of a pullback we'll get, we'll find out. And we'll see what happens the rest of this week. We could pull back to 280, maybe a little bit lower even. But 280's got some support there. We might come up, pull back a couple days, and then kiss it goodbye. Goviax is running into some sellers as well. These black candlesticks usually means you want to head a little bit lower. You have some support under here, 28 cents-ish, 27 cents. Deep yellow, following in line with everything else. Again, black candlestick and then the down day today. We're pulling back a little bit. Hitting too many sellers. Bannerman putting in a bearish engulfing. We could head a little bit lower here. We have some support, 16 cents-ish, somewhere in that range. So not too far below it. Forces Metals, again, we are coming up on some selling pressure at $1. Wicks at the top, small little days, now a little down day. We could pause here or pull back a little bit. Same thing with Encore Energy. I would suspect that we might pull back to this area here, which we kind of already did today. So let's see what happens. This is going to be an interesting one. This $1.30-ish area. UU coming into some sellers, bearish engulfing, which usually means we might head a little bit lower. Nice little pullback. And if we're going to maintain going higher, I want to see small down days over the next couple of days. And then, or buying pressure that responds to this selling pressure here. If we see large, big down candlesticks, it means people are selling and basically giving up. So this is positive development. Uroi, we've got the two little down days, and we came down, and buyers came in and bought it back up. So that looks pretty strong. We do have this support line at $3, so that's looking good. This is Kazetom. Again, you come above this area at $31, encountering some sellers up here, and then we got the down day today. So we could head back down to 31-ish, potentially, maybe not. And this is International Consolidated Uranium. We're coming into sellers. We encountered them here, and then now they're selling back off a little bit. It naturally wants to be in this $2 area down here. So we'll see. I mean, that's what I have for the day. I didn't go over every single company. They all look the same. They're all coming up, hitting this resistance, this glass ceiling of sellers, and they're kind of pulling back a little bit. The physical uranium price, again, that's one to watch. You watch that, and it may or may not be a prelude to what the mining companies are going to do. The mining companies, to me, look a little bit tired. They looked tired yesterday. That's why I said the momentum was slowing down. Now we're seeing them kind of pull back a little bit. What we're looking for now is, what does this pullback look like? Are we going to have small little pullback down days in relationship to these big monster up days that we're having? It means that we came up, and I'll show you on maybe one of these charts here. Here's Goviax, and I'll try to explain in a little bit more detail what's going on. If you notice this buying pressure here, this is massive because it's day after day after day, and they're massive buying pressure days. If this is a true legit move, what I want to see are small little down days coming back. Like, it's basically meaning that people are buying, and they're buying and holding. I don't want to see large down days where people are getting sold out of it. Large down days look like this thing over here, these big down days here. That means that we're going to start another pullback. But if this is a legit move, we come up, we're going to pull back probably to this area in here, 28 cents, 27 cents. And we're going to see these small little down days. They just kind of come back a little bit. And then we're going to see the buyers come in and just stomp on it again. And obviously, if this interests you guys, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to go over this day by day and give you my opinion. So what I'm looking for, and what you should be looking for if you're a big uranium bull, are small controlled down days of where people are taking small profits, but they're not really selling all of those shares they just purchased. Because we've seen a flood of people come in here. You know, a whole bunch of uranium people are very excited about this. They want to see massive moves, and I get it. But what we want to look at, because we're looking at this and saying, is this move going to materialize in even higher moves? we're looking for small down days. Small down days, decreased volume, and I want people to be holding on to their shares. I don't want people just dumping them at random, where we get these massive down days with big volume. I don't necessarily think that will happen, but what I think doesn't matter. It's what the market gives us, right? I have to see evidence of what the market is telling us. So the evidence I want to see here is the buyers to step in again and give us some small up days or some up days going up, or small controlled down days with smaller volumes that isn't just blowing us out to the downside. If we see that, that's a positive development. If you guys like this content, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and thanks for listening. This is Finding Value.